All right. Oh, yeah, did I mention that alien-like anomalies are going to hunt us through this entire game? Yeah, that's a thing that's going to happen. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. Today we are playing some Distrust. How long can I survive in an Arctic base, and can I figure out what happened to everyone else that used to be at this base? I think the short answer to that question is not very long and no, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. I have to start this with a thank you to Dwarf Comic, a really good friend of the channel who gifted this to me. He said, hey, this looks really insanely hard and frustrating. Why don't you play it? Thanks. Thanks, appreciate that, because, you know, frustrating games, we all know how well that goes on the Wee Hours channel. But thank you to him for gifting me this game. That was really, really nice. And I left a link to his channel down below, so if you want to go check out Dwarf Comic and see what he's doing, please go ahead and do that. Ideally, you know, after you've watched this. That would be the ideal, is to watch this and then go check out Dwarf Comic. But, you know, whatever order of operations you prefer. So let's get started with a new game here. I'm just going to go with adventure. That's my move, is adventure. I don't really need the insane difficulty level. I know it's more challenging, and you can stream at me in the comments if you want, but a game is called a game for a reason. I would like to have some degree of fun at this. So who are our three choices? We get to pick two people. So Olaf makes the most important person on the base. Without him, life in the Arctic would be unbearable. All right, so what have you got? What's your deal? Your cold resistance is good. Your walking speed, not so good. Your running speed is weirdly not bad, though. Who are you? You are Irma. You're kind of good across the board. So yeah, we'll definitely take you. You're up first. And James, you have really, really good cold resistance. You are apparently an experienced explorer, okay? Your walking speed and running speed, not so good, but cold resistance, very high. And we are, you know, in the Arctic. It's going to be cold. I'm actually not sure if we're in the Arctic or the Antarctic, but, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's going to be cold either way. So, yeah, James. And you look like you're pretty well equipped, too. You got a nice little jacket on. No wonder your cold resistance is so good. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen in Distrust. All right, our helicopter has crashed, and it's all snowy and cold, and we should probably get out of the cold. That should probably be our first move, so let's locate a building. All right, can you get in there, and where's our second person? Where are you? Why are you all the way over here? All right, you go in this building. Okay, so you were a little north of her. So we have to start searching buildings and getting stuff going and immediately dealing with our hunger and our cold level and all of that stuff. We don't have anything to light the furnace, and we don't have any gas, but here is a sack of coal. So why don't you grab that, and then you can get the furnace going. That's going to take you a little bit to somehow load up all that coal in your arm. Where did our second person go? Irma, where are you? Where? Oh, you're over there. Okay, thank you. You also don't have anything, but you've got a bag of trash. Now, the bag of trash can go in the furnace, rather. That is a thing that can totally happen. Prior to this, I just kind of went through the tutorial, which gives you the absolute basics, but at least gives you a handle on the mechanics of this. So, yeah, go ahead and load the coal into the furnace. And that's going to take you a little bit. Irma, what are you up to over here? Did you get that trash? Did you want to get that trash? No? Did you find something in the trash? Okay, you found some planks. Great, that's good. Could you put those in the furnace? Rotten wood, planks. Okay, apparently we don't have enough for that. Let me just look at that again. Am I completely mistaken that? You just... Oh, repair to... Yeah, and fire up a furnace. I just don't think we have enough. I think we need a... Let's see here. No, coal, we need... rotten wood, or 4 planks. Okay, that makes sense. We only have 2. Let's make sure none of the windows are open. Closed window. Closed window. Okay, Irma, go in there, and let me just go check back in, and you got the furnace going. All right, so you're going to be warm. That's a good start. Why don't you go in the next room, if you can, and see if there's anything good to loot here. What's in the nightstand? It wouldn't bother me too much if we found some food pretty soon. What are you going to find in here? Keys. Good. Good. Okay, so We can use keys to unlock doors. It just takes time to do it as we find the correct key. Anything good in the cabinet? Oh, a nice jacket. Is that better than... Yeah, it's clearly better than the jacket you have on now, because despite your character profile, you don't have a jacket, apparently. So, why don't you wear that jacket? Although, I might... I wonder if it'd actually be smarter to give that to her, because your cold resistance is already pretty high. I'll have a think about that, see if we want to move that. Anything on this nightstand? And let me go check back in with her. Okay, I'm assuming that he just read that in the nightstand and we've just skipped over to him. We couldn't wait for you. The anomalies are out of control. That doesn't sound good. Mitch and I left instructions for how to fight them in the next medical unit. All right, so we have to find the next medical unit. They're the result of careful observation, so follow them to the letter. Alas, this is the end for me. All right. Oh, yeah, did I mention that alien-like anomalies are going to hunt us through this entire game? Yeah, that's a thing that's going to happen. Okay, doesn't appear to be... Oh, what do we got here? Vintage generator, but we don't have any materials to get that going. All right, crate. What do we got in the crate? Let me flash back to this guy. And in fact, with nothing left to loot here, geez, I kind of regret firing up that generator now, because this building is largely useless at this point. What did you find in there? You found food. Oh, good. Frozen vegetables. We can eat them frozen, but they will taste better cooked. Okay. Anything else in here? Another crate. I'm going to bring this guy over here and just kind of keep these two together right now. We'll probably split them up again. Coffee beans. That sounds excellent. I like the sound of that already. I like the sound of that in general. Okay, why don't you go in this next room? Oh, door's locked. All right, well, let's get the guy with the keys there. Yep, go ahead and try and unlock that. That is going to take you some time to do. And while he's doing that, let's see what else is going on here. So we've been, let's see, we can get into that door. That's green. We can get into that door. And that's the one we were just in. So I think the next move is to, well, we need to find the medical building. I don't know which one that is, but if I had to take a guess, I'm going to assume it's the one with the little science beaker on it. That would be my thought. So where does that actually live? If we're here, that should be sort of southeast. Yeah, I believe it's this one. So, Irma. Is that your name? I forget. You go down there. And you. Are you working on that door? You're still working on the door. Okay. Where are you? Yep, you're working your way down. I'd love you to get in here. Hopefully, they weren't lying to me when they said the door was open, but just go ahead and get in the door, please. Warmth is not too bad. It's going down pretty aggressively, but it's not too bad. Close the door behind you. Thank you. Are you done with the door? Yep, you are. Oh, deep freezer. Hope there's some food in there. That's gonna. And what else is there in here to search? A cabinet. Oh, here's a stove. Okay, great. We can cook some food here. Fantastic. What did you find in that deep freezer? Candy. Okay. That's an odd thing to put in the deep freezer. How's everyone's hunger right now? Your stamina's good. Your stamina's good. Okay. Let's see. We can cook the coffee or the frozen vegetables, so everyone's inventory is shared. That's kind of nice. What have you got going on down here? Did you find those instructions? Is this, in fact, the building that we need to be at? It certainly looks like a medical... Yeah, medical supplies. This looks like a medical building. So hopefully those instructions are somewhere around here. We could use some first aid items anyway. Old pills. That doesn't sound like fun, but, you know, any port in a storm, I guess. Let's just see what you're going to find in here. More old pills. Go search that, and let's just check back in with this guy. Have you searched everything in this room? Did you search here? I don't know. I don't remember. Search it again, just for good measure. Just in case. Is that where you... Instant soup. Okay, good. So we're coming up with some food. That's not too bad. And all sorts of stuff in here. Crate. And let's go back to Irma. Medical station. Sterilizing powder. Oh, so we can craft things here. Alright, so we can craft things. Sterilizing powder ×1 and dirty bandages. So we don't have those. But that is obviously some sort of crafting station. What's in the toolbox, Irma? Sterile bandages. All of that sounds like really good things to be owning. Door is locked. Okay, you start working on that door. Shared inventory is nice. That does make things a little bit simpler. You look in the crate. Your stamina's kind of going down. Wouldn't be bad if we found a bed soon. Coffee beans. Excellent. Well, you know what would help your stamina is if you had some coffee. I bet that'd do the trick. No, not the soup. Yeah, make some coffee for yourself. And Irma, how are you doing over here? You're still working on the keys. While making coffee, you have a feeling of deja vu as if you've lived this moment before. You feel like something bad is about to happen. No, continue to make coffee. That's my #1 rule in life. Just continue to make coffee. Great news! You stayed calm and made 2 pots of coffee instead of 1. Oh, good! That sounds awesome! And it even comes in a little, copyrighted cup. Look at that. Alright, so why don't you have some coffee? That'll probably help with your stamina. Yeah, you're gonna drink that. How's old Irma doing over here? First aid cabinet. This is obviously the medical building, so those instructions must be in here somewhere. We just have to keep searching it. More sterilizing powder. Okay, that was one of the things we needed for the crafting bench over there. What is in the freezer? First aid kit. That sounds really good. Place is out of reach. Why is it out of reach? It's clearly not out of reach. I'm right here. I'm looking through the desk. The most frequent emergency on polar expeditions is food poisoning. Absorbing pills are essential in these cases. Cuts happen less often in medical units. Always have bandages on hand. For frostbite and colds, use the first aid kits, which contain components specifically made to remedy these problems. For emergencies, the base contains pre-measured doses of adrenaline for intracardial injection. If someone is in a coma, adrenaline will resuscitate him. Okay, not the instructions I was looking for, but good to know. Good to know. And you're probably done with your coffee, right? Yeah, that just jacked up your stamina. As it should. As it should. Have we not searched this room yet? No, apparently we have not. Go ahead and... oh, I need tools for that. Okay, are there any tools around here? Are there any tools around here? Yeah, and it's not searching it. It's breaking it down into its components so we can use that in a furnace. That's the stove again. Okay. For right now, why don't you stand by the furnace so you don't get cold? And working vintage generator and bag of trash. We'll see what's in the bag of trash. There might be something interesting in there. Hopefully. Spoiled food. Well, that was not as interesting as I thought. And is that all the rooms in here? And yet no instructions. Because that's kind of what I came over here for, was the instructions. None of these desks or bookcases or anything is interactable. I don't know, just open this door just for fun. And no, nothing is leaping out at me saying this is the information that you are looking for, which is odd. Okay, what's our next move here? And how are you doing? Your stamina is pretty low. Can you have that other cup of coffee, please? Can you, actually? Is inventory that well shared? Apparently it is. Okay, apparently he can throw a cup of coffee halfway across the map to her. Totally fine. And what map? What is the next move? Okay, so we've done these 3 buildings. And it looks like there's a bed over there. And that looks like maybe a workbench, and then I don't know what that is. And hopefully in one of those buildings we'll find the means to unlock these 2, which will probably get us to the next zone. So, I need you. Let me check that map one more time. I want us both to head over to the bed area. So, Irma, yeah. Where is that area? That should be right around here. Let me just do this a little bit easier. Yeah, show me that. Okay, so Irma, head over here, and you head over here. Let's everyone reconvene down here where we know there's a bed and hopefully a generator so we can stay warm. Okay, you're plugging along. That's probably Irma, I would imagine. Go in. Okay, good. And anything we should be looting while we're right here? No, doesn't look like it. All right, go in the next room. Anything in here we should be looting? Okay, you just showed up, so why don't you come in here? Good, and loot that. See what's in there. Irma, go in here. Door's locked. All right, start working on the door. That's going to take you some time. And then he can search the cabinet. Pack of cigarettes. Don't smoke, kids, unless it's in a video game, in which case it's probably pretty useful. You're going to search the nightstand and get more cigarettes. Okay, what does that actually do for us? So, satiety, maybe? Especially bad ones. While these might enhance someone's mood, they'll also make them hungry. Alright, so we can enhance our mood, but it will make us a little more hungry. Alright, fair enough. That's about right, actually. What is this again? That's the sterilizing powder. How are you doing on the keys? You're still kicking around with those. Alright, not a heck of a lot for us to be doing until she is done with that. And while she is, what's our move after this? Probably straight down here to this building, search that, and then go up here. And hopefully, again, between all of these buildings, we'll find whatever it is we need to get to the next area, which is the whole goal of this. We're just going area to area. All right, what do you got in here? Not a lot. Not a lot. Nothing really. It's a bathroom area. Nothing really to search. Can you get right through here without using keys? Yeah, you can. All right, search that, and you search that. And there's the bed. Good. And you found a light jacket. Good. She can have that. You searched the bookcase. She found some dirty bandages. Good. These creatures are man-eaters. People are going to sleep and never waking up. We're trying to stay awake. I hope it keeps us safe. Well, it probably won't, because that's how things go, isn't it? Still not really the instructions I was looking for. But let's try this room over here. Oh, we got a generator over here. Okay, crate of coal. And then there's a sack of coal. Good, so we can keep this generator going probably for a while. Yeah, you. Can you go into this room? Door is locked. All right, go start working on the lock. And you grab this sack of coal. And then why don't we... the generator's actually getting a... sorry, the furnace, rather, is what I want to put the coal in. So let's... when you're done with that, why don't you stock up the furnace a little bit and just keep this place nice and toasty. Maybe we'll use this as kind of our base of operations in this area because it's got the bed. It doesn't have the stove, though. That's kind of a pain in the neck. You'd think they would have been a little more efficient when they were designing this place. Okay, so furnace is going nice. Great. So we'll have no problem with warmth. Although he is getting hungry and... she's not, which is fine. Search that desk. Can we find the instructions that we're looking for? We haven't been able to determine what brings about the materialization of the anomalous objects. However, Dr. Ishimura proposed a compelling hypothesis. According to his data, the materialization occurs in the presence of the high concentrations of delta waves produced by human brain during deep sleep. So I'm going to assume, long story short, to avoid the anomalies that we haven't run into yet, we want to stay awake for as long as possible, and they're going to start hunting us while we sleep. I didn't actually see that metal locker. Go see if there's anything good in there. And while you're doing that, I'm going to get you moving to the next building down here. So, yeah, go in here if you could, please. What did you find in the locker? You found a grindstone. Good. I assume that's good for crafting. Anything we need to be doing with you? Well, we need to put your jacket on for a start. Go ahead and put your jacket on. And the rest of this can kind of sit as is. No real reason to be eating if you don't need it. Your hunger is going down pretty quick, though. That's a bit of a flaw there. And I'm not 100% sure that we searched this nightstand, so let's do that. And then we'll send her down to the next building. Or maybe we should just send her over to the next building. That might be a better idea. Pills. All right, good. Good. High-grade pharmaceuticals. That's excellent. So, yeah, why don't you go to building number 3 and see if you can get in there? And how are you doing down here? You actually have not entered the building. Well, that was silly of you. See what's on the shelves. And this looks like a really lootable area. All right, so far, so good. Toolkit. That sounds very handy. So far, so good. But, of course, this is just the intro area. I don't expect it to be that hard right now. I'm sure they're warming up to that. Lockpick, you say? That sounds eminently useful. Eminently useful. You go over there. Have you made it over there yet? No, you're still working on it. How far away are you? Oh, you're right there. Good. Good. Okay. So go over here and see what there is to grab. You can take a nap on the sofa. Might think about that, actually, because your stamina's getting well, it's not super low, but it's lower than I would particularly like it. What's on the table? Anything nice and fun? Instant noodles. Okay. If there were another stove here, that would be really useful. And how are you doing down here? You go into this room, and let me just see if there's anything I can get you set up looting. Yeah, loot those lockers. And how are you doing down here? Check these shelves. See if there's anything good on there. Is that really the only thing that's kicking around here? Looks like she found some duct tape of some sort. Rotten wood. Good, we can use that in a furnace or something along those lines. See what's in here. Is that pretty much all there is in this whole building? Huh. I was expecting more here, because we really haven't found sort of the way to go to the next area. And this is kind of the last building we wanted to check, right? He's here. We've been there, been there, been there. Yeah. Alright, maybe I'll send her to just go check out this. Yeah, just go check this out and see what we need to do this. Let's send him to the locked building and see if he can get in there. I mean, he can. We know he can. And if I send him to do that and do the lockpicks, then let's send her over here and see if she can just do it with the keys. This is really going to ramp down her warmth level. But are you over there yet? Nope. Are you over there yet? Yes. Okay, so you're going to start working on that. It's probably going to take you, I would imagine, even longer because it's so cold out. I know if I were trying to find keys in freezing cold weather, I would probably be taking much longer. You don't know this kind of... I know this kind of lock. You can insert a master key in it and open it without damaging the key. It's a clever trick. Okay. Don't try anything tricky. Just open the door as usual. I don't like the sound. I just feel like we're going to break the lock and then we've got a problem. You're still working on that, but you're almost done. You are almost done. And you are done. Thank you. So you just go in there real quick. Because it's probably very, very cold out. What's on the electric panel? Is there something we can do with that? What do we got here? I found the red board. Oh, okay. That's probably something we need to go there to the next level. So how are you doing up here? You got it. Okay, good. We've got a generator, and we have the electric panel. Are you going to find something also similar to doing that? You found the green system board. Okay, so between the green system board and the red panel, I think we're well on our way. So let me just check on her for right now. She's still working on that. Okay, so you start moving in the direction of the area that we're trying to go to. And how are you doing over here? Okay, please don't tell me I did all that for just the generator. Because that would be silly. Yeah, it's apparently just the generator. Okay. Well, you join him. And I think we might have the things we need to get to the next zone. Let's see how it's going to go. So far, so good. I'm actually reasonably impressed that I've gotten this far without anyone dead. Okay, can you do that? Fantastic. Looks promising. No red system board, no green system board. No, I totally have those. I 100% have those. No, I seriously have them. They're right here. What do you want to do with that? Do you want to do a thing with it? How do I make that happen? No, that's your biography. I don't need that. Yeah, I have that. I totally have these in my inventory. It actually just said it right there. We're freezing out here, you know. We are totally... Yes, open the door. Open the door. Yes, I want to leave. Oh, okay. Okay, we're through. Our stamina is very low. Our food is very low. We need to find a building real quick, but we are through the first level of Distrust. Do you want to see more of this? Just let me know in the comments. Do you want to see less of this? Just let me know in the comments. It's kind of fun. I'm kind of digging it. And I've surprised myself on how well I've done so far. I'm sure it only gets worse from here. But there's a look at Distrust. If you want to see me keep playing this, just please let me know in the comments. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.